As a therapist in private practice, you might be trying to decide whether you need a virtual assistant or a social media manager. But you might also be wondering whether your virtual assistant can double up as a social media manager. My short answer is no, but don't click off yet, because I'm going to explain why I don't think your virtual assistant should also be your social media manager. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kim. I help therapists get online, get confident with admin, and reduce tech overwhelm. So I think that there are three main reasons you might use a social media manager for your therapy business. The first one would be content creation. So yes, you can definitely get your virtual assistant to do some content creation for you. So what a virtual assistant would do for you if they agree to do content creation is support you around your content pillars. Now, content pillars are different things that you are going to talk about. So let's say you are a therapist who does EMDR. So you specialize in EMDR trauma therapy. So your content pillars might be discussing EMDR as a modality. So there might be things that you talk about with regards to that. You might talk about trauma itself. So that could be what trauma EMDR can help, or it could just be letting clients know what trauma is, or the types of things that would be considered trauma. So they could be two content pillars that you have. And then the third content pillar might be to do with you. So it could be your hometown. Let's say you're an EMDR therapist who works in Devon. So maybe another one of your content pillars is Devon, and you like to show the beaches or the walks that you can take, or nature, or something to do with Devon. So they are your three content pillars. So your VA can help support you to get ideas for those three content pillars. They're not going to come up with the ideas for those content pillars, but they can help you. Another thing they can do is create graphics on something simple like Canva to support your ideas. So maybe you say to them, I want to do a carousel on 5 ways EMDR can help you with this thing. So you have to give the information to them, and that they will be able to create a graphic based on the information that you're giving them. They can do research for you. So that would be research on other EMDR therapists and what they're doing. So they'll be able to, scroll through Instagram and have a look for your competitors and what they are doing. They'll also be able to schedule or upload the post for you. So that is how a virtual assistant can help you. It's more about support. Whereas if you have an actual content creator, so I'm using the term social media manager really broadly because there's so many different roles within social media management. So for this particular one, I'm talking about content creation. So a content creator can help you come up with an actual plan. So what it is that you are going to post on a particular day. They can come up with a calendar for you, and they will be able to come up with the ideas of what you should talk about and when. They'll also be able to link that in with anything that you are doing with regards to launching. So maybe you are starting an EMDR group or a supervision group or something like that, and they can support you in leading up to the launch of that group. They can set up scheduling platforms so that everything can be managed within one platform itself, and they can analyze metrics and audience growth and all that kind of stuff. They can do more in-depth research on what hashtags you should be using, or what kind of content works with your audience. So maybe your reels are doing really well, and they can help you come up with more reel ideas. They can also do more in-depth audience research as well. So they can let you know when your audience is mostly online, what they are resonating with, and things like that. They would know how to analyze all of that for you so that they can give you the best advice. So a VA is there to support you and basically go off what you are asking them to do, whereas a content creator is more of an instigator and somebody that can actually help you make decisions on what you should post. Another area you may want to get help with is blogging. So blogging is amazing for SEO and getting people to your website. It's really important, and I think that every therapist should be blogging at least once a month. But what can your VA do to assist you with this? They can do research on what blogs you could write, but you will need to do all of the writing for them. They can then upload them to your website. They can insert graphics. They can make sure that it's spaced out correctly and that it's reader friendly. And that's kind of where it ends with regards to blogging. If you get somebody who specializes in helping you with blogs, which could be a copywriter or a social media person or even an SEO person, you will get additional help with this. They will be able to research keywords for you so that your blog is optimized for Google. They will be able to help you with all of your SEO on the page as well, so that you are getting the most amount of traffic and that your blog is getting pushed up the ranking with regards to where it shows to people searching for your blog. They will be able to outline a blog for you. They may even be able to write a first draft and then you can add in your personality to that outline. So again, a virtual assistant is very much a supporter, and somebody who specializes in blogs is somebody that can bring ideas to you, that can actually help with the copywriting and make sure that the blog is SEO optimized for your website and for Google. And the final area that I think that some therapists in private practice may want help with is community management. So let's take that example again, that you are an EMDR trauma therapist based in Devon and you want to start a group for people who are interested in EMDR or people who want to heal their trauma using EMDR. You may want to start a Facebook group for your audience. So one thing that you will need is some kind of community manager so that they can keep that group engaged and things like that. So a virtual assistant can help you with the administration of that group. If your group is a private group, which I would assume it would be, they can let people in, they can read the answers to the questions, they can do a report for you based on those answers so that you can get some kind of data with regards to who's coming in. If you have a mailing list and you have asked them to opt into that, they can add them to your mailing list so that they get the freebie that you're offering them or something like that. They can also reply to comments. They can reply to DMs or at least give an initial response so people don't feel ignored. They can also moderate questions as well. So if you turn on that feature where admin needs to approve posts, they can do that as well, so that they can make sure that anything that's a little bit sensitive is highlighted to you before it gets posted. And they can also add on any events. So if you are doing an EMDR group, for example, and you want to get people involved, they can add an event to the Facebook page. Again, very much supporting you. Whereas if you hired an actual community manager, they will be able to come up with a content plan to increase engagement and encourage discussion within the group so the group doesn't die. The role of a community manager is with regards to building, maintaining and protecting the relationships within the group and between the group and the administrator. So that really is something for a seasoned community manager as opposed to a virtual assistant. They will also be able to look at the analytics and the performance of different posts and discussion topics and things like that. So they are free areas that I think that therapists in private practice could use some help with regards to their social media and how you can use your virtual assistant to support you in those areas versus getting dedicated support from professionals in their area of expertise. Until next time, thanks so much for watching.